Hey everybody, this is Dr. Nelson. This is a brief lesson on something called corresponding angles. Okay, so the first 2 pages of your notes are going to be notes with me, and then there'll be some problems for you to try, and then at the end you can see how you did. All right, so take a look over here on the right hand side of the first page, and angles x and x, y and y, z and z, and w are all pairs of corresponding angles. Okay, and if you notice, each one of these has a parallel line, right? Two parallel lines, and a transversal. And if you notice, the x's are kind of located in the same position. So the x's are the same position. The y's are kind of on the top right-hand corner. The z's are kind of in the bottom left-hand corner. And the w's are kind of in the bottom right-hand corner. All right, so there's a couple of things to write down in the details box, okay? When two lines are crossed by another line, the angles in matching corners are corresponding. The angles in matching corners are corresponding. Okay, so when two lines are crossed by another line, the angles in matching corners are corresponding. Okay, now when the two lines are parallel, so here's our two lines, right? If those two lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are always equivalent. So corresponding angles are equal when lines are parallel. All right, so knowing that, so over here, angles x and x are corresponding, y and y are corresponding, z and z and w are all examples of corresponding angles. So if you turn the page, we can now solve equations involving corresponding angles. Okay, both of these problems, notice we have two parallel lines, right, and transversal. Okay, so we know that this angle here, 75 degrees, is going to correspond with 11x minus 2. Okay, so because of that, they're equal. So our equation is going to be 11x minus 2 equals 75. And now we just got to solve for x by adding 2 to both sides. And we get 11x equals 77. Divide both sides by 11. And x ends up being 7 for this one. Over here, again, we have two parallel lines, right? And this angle here, 6x, and this angle 5x plus 10 are in the same location, right? Like again, if you look at these four angles, angle 1, 2, 3, and 4, 6x is kind of in the bottom right-hand corner. Well, it's the same location as the 5x plus 10, so we know that they're equal. So it's going to be 6x, it's going to equal 5x plus 10, okay? And then we need to subtract 5x from both sides to get one variable one side. And now we're going to have 1x equals 10. So there's our solution. So x equals 10. All right. So the big thing about corresponding angles is when you have two parallel lines, right, intersected by a transversal, the angles in kind of matching categories or locations, they're corresponding and they're equal. All right. So why don't you pause the video and try the your turn problems now, and then when you're done, hit play and you can see how you did. All right. Good luck. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did with these problems. Okay, so for the first problem, you had to identify the corresponding angle pairs. Okay, so again, we have two lines that are parallel, and we have our transversal. So it creates 8 different angles: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right, and this is nice and color coordinated, right? So we know that angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. We know that angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding. angle 4 and angle 8, and then angle 3 and angle 7. Now over here we have a problem where, again, we have two parallel lines and then a transversal. So we know that this angle 48 degrees is going to be the same as 4 times x. So our equation is going to be 4x equals 48 degrees. Divide both sides by 4. And when we do this, we get x equals 12. And there's our solution. All right, how'd you do?